And 3, 2, 1. There we go. Got that. There we go. Got that. I muted mine.
Muted mine.
All right, here we go. We're going to start it. Hi, Sean.
Hello.
We'll talk about it later. So here we go.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom homies, produced by
If you're
LFA
asking, my mom's
Productions.
feeding him right now.
Oh, he's
In
home.
the fire room, yeah. Yeah, he's
I
getting
was
fed
actually
right
going to
now.
ask you a question pertaining to Facebook, but we can talk about it later. That's fine.
I created a new one and they suspended me right away.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even get through the setup. I used a total different email and they suspended me right away.
So Chris Garrett was first. MIB Pro was second, as you can see by the Twidget.
What is your middle name, Sean?
Michael.
Use your middle name.
But they're going to base it off the email, though.
Maybe I'll create a Michael. No, I don't want to do that because that's my dad's name. My dad's name is Michael Gallagher, so can't do that.
Create Sean Michael. Do not delete this profile calendar.
Yeah, nobody will catch on to that. Yeah, they'll go right through.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. You'll get me flagged right away.
Well, apparently, if you tried to do one today and they flagged it already, you've made somebody mad.
Maybe I should just, instead of an email, maybe I should just use the cell phone number.
Can you register on Facebook with the cell phone number, though?
Yeah, it says phone number or email.
Did not know
I
that.
would never give Facebook my phone number. That's just me now. Lawn Dog said they might have your IP address.
Mm.
And their
Facebook. Mike Perrodin said, am I up to date? No, it looks like Twidget is behind. Imagine that. Because the last thing Twidget saw was BH Ringer said hi to Mike, and Mike said hi to BH Ringer, but there's been several since then, actually.
I need the professor or Jim to come in here and tell me how I can change my IP address. I know there's a way you can change it, but
I think reset your modem.
I can't, at the group home, I can't really reset that because everybody uses it. And if I reset it, then it's going to reset everybody. But yeah, there's a way to go into Windows and do it. I'll be right back. I got to go check them.
All right, you're
He
fine.
needs help and get something.
So Tony is telling me my volume is low, and per the mixer, it should be low, which is, again, really strange. I haven't changed any settings. Anybody want to buy a studio? So I'm going to bump it up to, wow. I've got it at 100% and it's barely hitting where it needs to be. So do I have the microphone set right? Microphone is set to the headphones. Speakers is set to the headphones. So that's correct. Speaker output set to the headphones. So that's correct. What else could possibly go wrong? I shouldn't ask that question. All right, let's get an audio check now. Yeah, see, I've got this at 100%, and it's barely, and I do mean barely, touching in the yellow. So can I get an audio check from Zoom real quick?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
I'm checking your audio across the mixer going out to YouTube. So for some reason, The microphone is being picked up twice, and it shouldn't be. When I get close to the mic, I'm okay.
YouTube sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, according to the mixer, well, now it's a little better, but I've got on the mixer, I've got it at 100%, and it's barely catching the yellow. And even then, that's real brief and not like it should be. Whereas you guys, when you guys talk, you're solid yellow. You're 50% yellow, which is what you should be. Anyway, I'm gonna go check something here. See how frustrated I'm going to be. And signing into my iCloud. And I'm going to look to see if the 4 photographs I took nearly 20 minutes ago are there. And if they are, that would be a good sign. And guess what? The 4 photographs are there, but still no video. Isn't that really strange? The golf video, which I did manage to pull off the phone, is on my desktop. So there will be a premiere tomorrow night. I'm going to start that here in just a few minutes. But there are no videos syncing. Oh, wait a minute. I have a 16-second video. So the 2-hour, 23-minute video did not get there, but the 16-second video I took earlier today finally got there. Speculation, anybody?
I don't know, but it keeps telling me on my end that I have a very unstable connection.
I got that a couple times today for some reason. Of course, our power went out for about 1 second this morning. Made me so mad. And
You got an update going on for your iPhone?
do what, BH?
Do you have an update on for your iPhone?
I updated it last night, actually.
There was another 0 day come out. 9th this year.
Let me see if there's I was hoping that when I contacted them, they would say, "Oh yeah, we've been having this problem," and there is another new one out. Oh, and oddly enough, this update introduces iCloud Share Photo Library. There's the problem.
Yeah.
They're introducing something that's going to screw this up.
Well, the update was actually for a 0 day malware.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, 9th one this year.
I specifically asked 3 people. I said, "Is it possible my phone has been hacked, sir? iPhone can't be hacked." I'll be damned now if I don't want to hack an iPhone. Just to tell them back and say, "Hey, guess what? I hacked an iPhone."
They told you your iPhone can't be hacked.
3 of them. 3
They're
people.
full of it.
3 of them.
No.
And one.
Okay, so I believe Google all that.
Sean, you need to do something because now you're out on Venus again. If you can hear us, you might want to restart your system.
He's at his house. He could reset the IP there.
Now you're at your dad's house, right? Nope, he's gone.
He probably did that while he was online.
Well, I hope not. I mean,
That's what rebooted him, probably, or rebooted his modem, whatever.
that would be kind of funny. Goodness. So Mrs. K rubbed my legs and feet last night. I was out like a light. Don't feel too bad today. Back's a little tight. I didn't get anything done, including stopping at Walmart and buying rice. Oops.
I had a weird dream last night.
You got an
dreamed-
iPhone.
No, I dreamed I was laying in this woman's bed And I woke up and I heard two voices, her voice and a guy. I assumed it was her ex. And I said, whoop, I better not stay here. So I tried to slide under the bed, but her bed wasn't up high enough. So I couldn't get all the way under there. The next thing I know, he comes in his hand, he's got two pairs of scissors and he's trying to stab me. I pick up a lamp and hit him with it, ran out in red pajamas, out the door, and I'm hollering, call the police, call the police. And then I woke up.
Did the police come?
I woke up.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay.
What did you did?
Just restarted my computer.
Okay. Well,
It seems like it only happens here. It doesn't happen at the group home. It only happens here for some reason. Where's the professor and stuff?
I don't know. I sent him a message. He knew I was going live. He's probably researching something to get to that doggone camp he's wanting to go to.
Probably.
He gonna worry. He worries about stuff.
All right, let's see if that reconnects Twidget. Finally. Okay, so it is up to date now because the last thing that showed up is what I just commented. However, it took out the first four. I think it's the first four. The first one now that shows up is BH Ringer says, "Hey all." So 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth, we took out the first four and went. That's super weird. Anyway,
Yes, Facebook does pull your MAC address.
Oh, your MAC address. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff Ryan says, "Hello." That could be Jeff. Ah, looky there. I'm psychic.
Can you change your MAC address?
Probably
I don't
if
know.
you reinstall your operating system, you can probably change it.
I don't know though, cause that's hardware.
Well, I don't want to do it because I don't want to have to buy another copy of Microsoft Office.
MAC address is hardware.
Yeah,
It might be assigned by the BIOS too.
yeah.
MAC address is associated with the chip that's used for the internet.
Mm.
It's hard.
Well, the chip I use for the internet is that USB wireless thing up there in the corner. So it's not on my motherboard or anything like that.
No, but it's in the USB device. All of those are hardwired. Can't change them.
Not sure where the professor's at. He's not reading my message. He might be getting ready for bed. He's got to go see the doctor in the morning to get his immunization records up to date.
Was he still ticked off?
No, he's over that.
Okay.
We had a good
Well,
conversation.
if what we heard is true, then that's a good thing. If they're gonna simply need the updated immunization records and not require a particular one, well, then that's up to them. And if that's what,
Sure. According to the director that runs the camp, it's not needed. So if he's okay with his immunization, he's going to be going. And that's
has he
fine.
talked to his mom and dad yet?
They are aware of it. Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess he would have to, if to get them to take him to see the doctor to get the immunization records.
Right. And I believe the way he's planning is he'll pay for transportation to take him, and then his mom and or dad will pick him up on Saturday evening.
How long is this? A few days or just a day or?
The 11th and 12th of November.
All right.
He doesn't know
Well,
when
if
it
he's
starts.
been there before and he liked it. This will be a good change of pace for him.
I'm gonna hope I can get him to relay something to you guys that he relayed to me earlier tonight, and I was just amazed. I was just blown away.
Well, if he
BH
wants
Ringer
to,
put a
that's fine. If he doesn't, that's fine.
Yeah, well, that's yeah. BH
So
Ringer.
hey, so I looked up how to change your MAC address. It says in the properties window of the network adapter, go to Advanced tab, locate and select the network address in property list, and type a new MAC address value you want on the right side. Once you're done, press OK, and yeah. Oh,
it
look
is.
who
I'm not
came
sure.
in.
I won't call anybody a liar, but I've always been told that stuff was hardwired.
Oh, look at him. He's all in bed.
You in bed
All
already?
cozy up.
Only because my mom is, she's being a hard AWS
Watch the choice of words now. Mom might be watching.
tonight, and no, she's not watching. She never watches, but she
Are you sure
but
she never
she's got
watches?
she's got an excuse. She's got an excuse. She's been sick for the last 2 or 3 days, ever since probably Friday night. She started feeling bad, and she's been sick.
Well, sorry
And
to
so
hear that.
she just now started feeling good. And tomorrow she got to home me to the doctor down the road, because I got to be there at 10 o'clock for my 10:30 appointment.
Well, just so the people that just came in, my dad is home. My mom just fed him with
Okay.
his feeding tube, so he's fed for tonight. They told him if the stuff gets here at night, just to give him one, but if it showed up earlier, give him two. But yeah, I guess it's just it's like milk with a lot of vitamins and nutrients in it that he needs. So
How's his attitude?
it's all right.
Good. So Alex,
I'll be going back tomorrow, but the owner of the group home, one of the owners, because it's two Mexican owners, but anyways, they treat us really good though. He said that on his dime, if my mom and dad need me for twice a month instead of just once a month, he'll make sure there's gas in the van or whatever to bring me back here so I can help them. So
Okay,
yeah.
that's good.
That's good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I looked up MAC addresses here a second, and there are some ways to fool the operating system, but it's called spoofing a MAC address. You cannot change the numbers that are hardwired into the device, but there are tools that can let you spoof a new one. But all of those have to be unique, otherwise internet traffic would get screwed up.
Let me give you an example of that, of why you would spoof an address. Let's say you go to a hotel and you want to use a Roku or a Fire Stick on a hotel TV, but the hotel has a login page that you have to agree to their terms or whatever before you can get to the internet.
Yep.
And you can't see that page through like a Roku or a Fire Stick. So what you would do, if you really wanted to watch your Roku or Fire Stick on their TV, what you would do is you would use your laptop. You would go to their login page. You would pull up your browser, go to their login page. After you connect to their Wi-Fi, go to the login page on your laptop, and then you would take the MAC address of your laptop and put it over edit the MAC address of your Fire Stick to be the MAC address of your laptop, because that's what they used to register devices on those kind of networks, is your MAC address. So
okay, Professor, I have a question for you. So they disabled my Facebook. Okay. So I went ahead and signed up with a brand new email address, brand new password, brand new everything. And the minute I signed up, they suspended me right away.
They're checking your IP address or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what Long Dog saying, that it's either the MAC address or the IP address that they're flagging me at. That's what Long Dog said. It says either they're flagging my MAC address or the IP address.
Well, I got a strange one for you. When I needed that website that I used to take the vocals out, take the vocals out of that music for that guy,
Mm-hmm.
they said they wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me do more than one song for a certain amount of time because of there's too many requests from my IP address. So then I donated $1 to this guy to be able to do that. It worked. But since then the router has been rebooted and therefore my IP address has changed. So I would have thought when my IP address changed that it would have taken away my ability to use that site unrestricted. But it did not. It still is letting me use that site unrestricted.
Have you tried in the last couple of days though? It's been 30 days now. Or have you even thought about doing that?
I haven't tried, but I'm assuming that that it would still let me, because before I paid it didn't say like after I paid it said in the top right hand corner it said your patron. So I've been going to that site every 2-3 days.
Right.
See if it still says that up in the top right hand corner, because it only said that once I donated. And I'm assuming if they noticed that a month's gone by or however long and I haven't donated,
You would think
I'm
so.
assuming that they'll take that away and it won't show that.
Right. You canceled it, right? You canceled the account?
I canceled it on actual Patreon as well as on PayPal.
Okay.
So they only got $1.
Long Dog says, and believe it or not, I have a flip phone. Oh, I believe it. My mom still has a flip phone. That's
So
funny.
this right here has my old computer parts and my new one. My dad is nowhere in need of his computer anytime soon, so I'm just going to focus on building my Ryzen 5 5600G, and then worry about my dad's Ryzen 5 5700G later.
Thought you were
He's in
going
no
for
need of
Intel
getting a
13th
computer,
generation.
Huh?
Thought you were going to go for an Intel 13th generation.
No.
Oh, all right. No,
I
I'm just
already-
pulling your leg.
Yeah, I knew you would, because I don't even think Intel 13th have been.
Out yet, is
I
it?
already have
They're announced.
I have the chip.
Oh, yeah, they've announced
I already have the chip, the motherboard, the power supply, and that stuff. So that's what's in this box or this bag. So
Better keep that away from the trash collector there.
yeah. In that bag right there, in that bag is almost $800.
Man.
So yeah. And then this yellow thing, I got the Ryzen 5 5600G. So I'm gonna build that as my streaming setup and stuff like that, and then the 5600G will be my gaming setup. So,
I don't have the money. I'd like to look at one of these motherboards that Lawn Dog keeps talking about that are for workstation class systems rather than quote
They're
consumer class.
extremely expensive.
I presume those are ones that take a Xeon processor and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have the need to build another computer yet, and I hope to never have to. But if I do, I gotta
Well,
build an AMD system.
oh,
All right.
that what Catherine's going to force you into?
Yes.
Well, I won't say never, but my hope was when I built this system, and then I've dumped a little bit more money into it than I thought I was going to by buying speakers and a second monitor and on, that this might be the last system I ever need. Not that I'm planning on departing anytime soon, but if it lasts me up to 10 years, it might be the last system I ever need.
When
Even
did
if
you
I'm
build it?
here, I might not care anymore.
When did you build it?
December last year, although I bought the parts quite a few months earlier.
Good 10 years on it.
Anybody know who Mr. Beast is?
Mrs. Beast's husband?
I was watching him. He did a video where he started tipping a penny. He tipped a penny, then he tipped like $10, $20, $100, and he made the news in his state because he tipped a waitress $10,000. At the end of his video, that was the last tip, and he tipped a female waitress. All he did was order 2 waters. He asked for 2 waters, came back. The lady left. He said he spread the $10,000 out on the table and left.
Do you have a direct channel to the YouTube channel of National Enquirer or something, Sean?
So I wanted to see if I can get Alex to share the story with you guys he shared with me earlier tonight, if he doesn't mind, as soon as he stops scrolling his tablet.
I don't mind, but will you remind me, without putting me in the way, will you remind me of the story?
Good Lord. You forget more than I forget. And you get on my case about forgetting?
Oh, that deserves the waiting room.
Nah,
Goodbye,
I'm not going to put him in the waiting room. I'm going to throw him in the doggone swimming pool, though. He's not careful.
Make sure he's strapped to his wheelchair.
Hi, Rick. Hi, Wintermute.
Hey,
Well, no, I can't do that. He'll sink right to the bottom. But if I throw him in the swimming pool, he might catch the hen. I don't know.
Oh, watch out what we say on YouTube, though. You might have the police at your door. What are you doing? You're going to drown somebody?
I gave him your address. I'm fine.
Like me, wouldn't
So
do
do I
anything.
need to
I'm
give
floating.
you one more hint, Alex? Seriously?
Oh,
Look, he's smiling. He knows what you're talking about.
about the swimming pool?
There
About
you
the
go.
swimming-
Oh, swimming pool at the camp?
Oh yeah, it's about that. That's actually the last time I went swimming. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They if you're 14 and above, during the summer camp, during the week-long summer camps, they have a couple people come down from it's called Rick's Dive and Travel Center. They do scuba. They have like an indoor pool at their actual location, but they come to the camp and let the campers do scuba diving, put the whole tank and everything, with the whole tank and everything on. Only downside to it is they do it in the swimming pool instead of the lake.
Never got that far. Well, when I was taking swimming lessons as a kid, way back when, I reached a certain level and then I couldn't pass any more of the classes because you had to swim across the pool underwater. And
Well,
I'm
we
a
did-
floater.
Well,
I have to have a weight belt to stay down.
So Jeff, you never got the swim lesson from your father where he just threw you in the water?
I have.
No, that my father actually paid for me to take swimming lessons from a professional instructor.
I didn't
You'll
take swimming
cost
swim,
much
you'll
in
swim
those
or
days.
sink.
Well, this guy, interestingly enough, he taught swimming on the side, but he was an embalmer. from the local funeral home.
Well, there's more to the story that Alex is leaving out. Since he's such a forgetful young lad, Alex has done something that I found to be impressive, that he's actually been underwater with a mask and an oxygen tank strapped on his back, completely submerged.
Hey, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yep, actually it is.
If I would have thought, of course, I was thinking this while I was doing it. I was thinking, man, this would be a whole lot cooler if they let us actually do this in the actual lake they have instead of just in the swimming pool.
I'm
Yes.
not sure, you can't see as well in the lake. It was
Right,
like the
you
lakes
can't.
I've been swimming
You
in.
cannot. Depending on
They
the
don't
lake,
let-
you're going to
You're right.
have maybe a foot, maybe 18 inches of visibility, maybe.
They don't let anybody swim in the lake. The lake is for canoeing and fishing. And that's it.
Is there fish in the lake?
Yes,
I'd be fishing it then.
it's a it's a private lake just for the camp though. It's a man-made lake. I believe they actually come in with a great big truckload of fish, live fish, and dump the fish in the lake.
Mm-hmm. Stock it.
Yeah, that stopped when we lived in East Tennessee. There was a place near us called the Cross-Eyed Cricket. And it was a restaurant, but they had a private lake there. And you could go there to fish without having a license since it was private. And so everybody took their kids there. And if you caught a fish and you wanted to eat it for $2 extra or whatever, they would have somebody clean it, and then it would be cooked for you at the restaurant that was there. So it was a lot of fun for kids because they use mainly corn as bait on the end of a hook.
What were
Soft
you
kernel
fishing for?
corn.
Carp?
There were trout, I think, and bass in there. But if you just threw something in the water, it was swarmed by a bunch of fish.
Oh, I bet.
And so you just had, they mostly had like a cane pole with a line on it and a bobber, and you stick corn kernels or something on the end of the hook, throw it in the water, bam, it was that quick, and you had a fish. Great for kids.
So Jeff, how close is the nearest seafood city to you?
I do not have a clue.
How close are you to Maryland?
Not close.
Maryland?
The street Maryland, not Maryland the state.
Oh, Maryland Parkway. I'm about, as the crow flies, about 100 yards.
Okay, so get on Maryland and head back into the city, and you'll know it when you see it because there'll be 10,000 Filipinos out there. You want to see something cool, go in there and see what they do to their fish.
Okay, what's it called? Seafood City?
Seafood City, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down on the south end of it. There's a break in it. I got to go around the airport to get on the north part, probably where you're talking about. But I don't. Okay.
Yeah, if you're ever out in that neck of the woods during the daylight hours, by the way, stop in there and go back to the
It's
fish area.
crazy. I had to. What's that big mall that's over there?
Yeah. If you hadn't asked me, I could tell you.
Oh, I know. Anyway, one of the fellows I worked with out here, he lived in North Carolina, I think, right near the end of Interstate 40. And his wife refused to move. And he was just out here under contract working on the project I was working on. And he got an apartment about a block and a half from that crappy mall we're talking about. Yeah, and I mean, one of those places you can look out the window and see drug deals going down, all that crap. And when he flew
Boulevard Mall.
Yeah.
Well, right,
That's
it's
it.
at 3528
Boulevard
South
Mall.
Maryland, and right next to it is Seafood City.
Anyway, but being cheap, when he flew back home to see his wife, his contract allowed him to go back once a month or something on company nickel. He would fly back in and he would walk from McCarran Airport up to his apartment near Boulevard Mall
Wow.
after midnight. Crazy son of a gun.
That would, yeah, that's a pretty good hefty little walk.
Well, and just the neighborhood. One time he was having his truck worked on and asked me if I could give him a ride to work. I was living on the opposite side of the valley, but so I drove over there and it's like, 6 a.m. or whatever when I leave to go over there, just barely getting light. And I'm looking around his neighborhood wishing I had a piece with me.
Yeah, Seafood City's about a block and a half south of Boulevard Mall.
Okay, I know where you're talking about then, yeah.
It's an experience.
Is the fish fresh?
Yes, it actually is. In some
Okay.
in some cases it is.
Well, some might be frozen, I assume.
Yeah, I'm sure quite a bit of it is, but
Yep.
they'll
Right, well.
they'll prepare it for you right there on the spot.
Huh.
There's a restaurant next to the lake that my papa goes fishing at that actually is a real lake. The restaurant don't own the lake. He catches crappie, and when he catches it and fillets it, and he'll take it to the restaurant there, and they'll cook it for him.
So, could you explain to me what the difference between a real lake and a fake lake is?
Man-made versus they're man-made lakes.
Yeah, they just dig out a hole and put some water in it.
Okay, I kind of didn't have the zip I thought it would have, but okay.
I guess that's what he's talking about. I don't know.
I really don't know about that.
And so I'm guessing a real lake would be something that's formed by nature then?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, or where somebody
Like they-
just put in a dam over a stream that was already there.
Or just hire a bunch of beavers.
Yeah. Okay, here's Boulevard Mall. I'm looking at
Just
Google
go due
Maps.
south on Maryland. You can't miss it. I already closed it.
well, yeah, actually, I know. I'm seeing. You just go on Flamingo over to Maryland and go up a little ways, and you're right there. I think Blueberry Hill Restaurant, one of the two I know about, is on Flamingo and Maryland Parkway intersection.
Is the other one over off of Charleston and Rainbow, maybe?
Or Durango or Rainbow, someplace in there. Yeah. Yeah, that Blueberry Hill over there. Yeah, I've eaten at that one. Or Charleston, Sahara, not too far.
Yeah.
Area over there.
I'm starting to gradually lose my memory of where things were
Well,
at.
Well, I've lived here a long time, and I don't know where half the crap is anyway. All right.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of things. I don't know a lot of things like the back of my hand, but there's a few things I do.
Blueberry Hill Family Restaurant, South Decatur.
That's Decatur, by the way. That's how the Filipinos say it.
Okay. But it's
Alright, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Sean.
I'm going home tomorrow, so
you
gotta
go.
get to bed early tonight. So
I'm glad to
Go
hear
to
your dad's
Charleston.
home, doing better.
yeah.
Glad to
That's
see your
for
dad.
your brother.
Yeah,
night,
I
John.
go to Charleston and go south on Decatur. I don't know. I don't know how to count blocks out here on the main streets, but it's not very far south on Decatur.
So apparently Netflix come out with a thing called profile transfer. Do you want
Yep,
to
they're
allow
gonna-
profile transfer? No, I don't.
They're going to watch and see if your password is being used in more than one location. And if it is, they're going to give you a chance to pony up a little extra money and be legal about doing that.
So that essentially takes out the folks. If it does what I think it's going to do, it takes out the folks that want to use a VPN so they can access content that's outside of the U.S.
I don't know.
That I don't know. I'm trying to
Netflix
skim
do that
through
with
it to
Netflix
see if I
anyway.
have to do it or not. I mean, I've not given out my Netflix credentials to anybody,
If
so
you aren't using your credentials at more than
people
one
share their
physical location,
accounts.
you don't have to do it.
yeah, I don't.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
It's like my ex-son-in-law has Netflix. And if he gave me the Netflix password I could use over here at my house so his kids could watch, that would come under that category.
Right.
He used to do that, but he quit when he and my daughter had more of a falling out than normal.
Did your movie ever get up to iCloud?
It did not get to iCloud, no, but I have it on my desktop now. It took
Okay.
it when I
Just transfer it from the phone.
when I
So
copied it
there's
from the
an
phone.
app
it
like
said,
OneDrive.
no. I plugged the phone in with the USB, went to this PC, Apple, DCIM, opened up the folder, there it was, clicked on that,
You know
copy, pasted to my desktop. Took an
You know
hour.
what's funny about that? What's funny about that is you told me you tried that before and it didn't work, and you told me you tried it before you called Apple.
Wintermute and I tried it this afternoon when he and I were talking, and it didn't work. And I've tried it. It before it wasn't even there. Today at least was there. So
Now, when you move your files there, once they're there, are they also in the cloud as well?
well, this video is not showing up on the cloud at all. Normally, yes. All my pictures are still on the phone and in the cloud. Although
It may be because the file is so large, like what did you say? It was 9 gigs.
yes.
That for some reason iCloud doesn't like the fact that file is 9 gigs. That one file is 9 gigs. So that could be a possibility.
Are you working
Alan.
for Apple now? Because that's pretty much what they told me exactly. They said, get the 200 gigs and it'll be fine. Well, I don't accept that.
No, that's not what I said. I said it could be that Apple doesn't like that one particular file is 9 gigs.
You know what they told him?
You got room for it. It shouldn't matter.
Apple told
Yeah.
him that iPhones can't be hacked.
3 people told me they couldn't be hacked. Not one, 3 people.
Yep.
There's been at least one instance of somebody hacking an iPhone when the FBI wanted in. They got some company from Israel to hack into it. Who, I don't know if that flaw is still there, but a few years ago, there was a flaw that let a company from Israel hack into one.
So right
But
now, on my
They've closed most of
iCloud,
those.
I have 27.93 gigabyte available of storage. As
Now,
of-
you're connected to that directly from your iPhone, right?
Yes.
So it has nothing to do with your PC.
No, shouldn't. Now
Okay,
on-
so then you're just copying stuff from your iCloud to the PC through the phone.
Generally, what I do is I go into the cloud and download it to my PC. Yes,
Is the phone on the wireless network?
and it is on the wireless network, and it is also plugged in.
But is it being downloaded through the phone, or is it being downloaded directly from the cloud to your PC if your phone was turned off, for example? I mean, I'm not trying to be a smartass. I'm
Oh
just
no,
asking.
I understand.
Sounded like he connected the phone to the computer and copied it from there, right?
Well, that's what I understood
I don't know.
you to say, Ken.
They have an iCloud app for the PC that acts like your phone, quote.
So it would,
There's a website.
similar to OneDrive, in function, if not in technical details.
Yeah.
Except it has places for your contacts, yada, yada, yada.
Looks
Back
a
and
lot
forth.
like that, Gary.
There you go.
Sure.
I'm sure you knew. I don't know if they knew.
That's the iCloud login.
Yep.
Actually, I'm logged in because it shows "Good evening, Ken," which that's not Ken in the picture, obviously.
Well,
I thought it was.
Your photos are.
Well, we're not going to let that little secret out, are we?
But the contacts, that kind of stuff, it goes up to the cloud, and then you can sync with
So-
other machines or other
So if
devices.
I go over here to photos, it shows I have 483 photos and 1 video. Okay, which is true. I took these 4 photos right before I went live because I wanted to see these 5 actually, because I wanted to see if it would go to the cloud. It does. Therefore, it's syncing. If I go over here to media types, I have the 16-second video that I did earlier tonight. However, on the phone itself, this is where the issue starts to run into absurdness. The phone thinks I have 688 pictures on the iCloud and 2 videos. And the 2 videos are the 2-hour, 23-minute, and 37-second one that I got on my desktop and the 16-second one. So in theory, if this is to work correctly, I can click on the 16-second one right here, and if I hit delete, it should disappear right here before our eyes if it's working properly. I don't know how long that takes, but I deleted it from the phone.
Refresh the page.
I haven't never had to, but let's do this. Let's go back to the library, and we'll go back over here, and we'll go into photos, and I'll get rid of this one right here. Delete photo.
I can't see what you're doing.
Nothing. So I deleted that one and that one. So now if we refresh, still there. And probably in about an hour, they'll be gone.
Yeah. Could be a thing where they just hold on to it for a bit.
Yeah, because what I
Cause you
normally do
accidentally
is,
delete.
let's say these 3 are, or let's just say these are important, then I would go in there and highlight them, go up here and download them. As soon as they're downloaded, then I just go delete. Now they're going to be gone off the iCloud because I just deleted them from the iCloud.
Yeah, you delete them directly.
Right. And then when I go to my phone, they're still on the phone. The way it used to work, whatever you did on the iCloud, it affected the phone.
Yeah.
Whatever you did on the phone, it affected the iCloud. So I honestly don't know anymore. I really don't.
How
And
often
no,
does it
Alex, I'm not
sync?
getting an Android.
I got a better idea. Go back to your home screen of your where it says like iCloud Drive, photos, and all that.
Mm-hmm. You talking about on the cloud or my phone?
On the
Or
web.
on the computer.
Okay.
Click on Find iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
And then put in your password there and sign in.
Are we gonna get a latitude and longitude for you?
Do what, BH?
Are we gonna get a latitude and longitude for you now, or what?
I don't know what's good. Well, what it should show, it should actually locate the phone.
It's not working.
However,
should have located it by now.
well,
It's
I don't
not-
think it can because I think I have locate my phone turned off on the phone itself.
This is offline.
Oh, that's funny. I was just trying. It's
Mhm.
okay, Ken. I was just trying
No,
to be funny.
I want to
If it
actually
sees-
turn it back on and see if it finds it because I know
If
what
it
you're
thinks the
trying to do.
device is offline, then that's why it's not syncing with the.
Yeah.
You might have a Find My iPhone turned off in your iCloud settings in your phone.
Did I not
That's what he
say
just
that?
said.
Thank you, Chris. Okay,
But
Professor.
that's
How
but
do I
that's
find it?
different than location. You have to go to your settings, click
Yes.
on your name where it says Ken Stout and your
Yes.
email address.
Yes.
And then go down to it. There should be an option in there for find iPhone.
And
And
believe
to be
it or
able
not,
to turn that on.
it is on. So the one that tells me that the phone is not syncing on the phone itself is clearly sort of kind of not syncing, because sometimes it do, sometimes it don't.
The phone
I'm
is
gonna,
on a wireless
turn them
network
all
right now.
off. Oh, seriously, I got to put my damn password in. No, I'm not going to do that. Find my network. You will not be able to find your device or items when not connected to Wi-Fi or cellular. Sure. Turn it back on. Can this be done over again by refreshing it? This has always worked in the past. I'm not sure why it's not now. But then again, like I said, the phone actually says it's not syncing.
Now, if the Find My iPhone could be on, but the actual location services could be turned off. Which that's two different settings.
Yeah, both of mine were turned on though. Let me try this. Let me turn this off for a moment. All that matters is I will be uploading it because I've got that video pulled off, and then
Well, I was gonna to finish what I was going to say. Once you got the map pulled up, if you was able to get the map pulled up on your computer, I was going to tell you to click on wipe device and factory reset your phone, just to be funny.
Oh, that's hilarious. Now I am going to put you in the waiting room. You realize
But
what
since-
that would do, right?
Right.
Right.
But if you've been a good little boy and you had all your contacts backed up to your iCloud and all your photos and everything, you wouldn't lose anything. You just reset the phone, and so you just have to
Like,
log.
I trust that. It's not even getting the photos. You think I'm going to trust that it's getting everything else?
Yeah, the first time I had a iPhone, when I went on my cruise in 2018, I had an iPhone. And then I went back to Android for a while, and I thought I lost all my photos. But then when I got another iPhone, I logged into iCloud. I logged in my phone, and I said then it was all my photos was there. I said, "There's my photos from the cruise."
Well,
So
that's
all that
because-
time they were there, and I think my
Yeah.
contacts came back too.
Yeah.
But I've heard of people having trouble with iCloud and all.
Okay, now it just says on the phone, unable to connect to server. Please try again later. I restarted the phone.
Well, ever since and no, Ken, I'm not trying to convince you to get an Android. I'm just saying my experience.
What's that? Hold on, Alex. Somebody's calling me. Put Alex in the waiting room. Oh, okay. Hold on. No, I know I know you're not.
Ever since I got an Android, ever since I've had a Google Voice number, I've synced my contacts up on actual Google and using the built-in Google Contacts app.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I get a new phone, all I have to do is log into my Google account, and then immediately all my contacts are synced down to my phone. So no more. I don't. So no
Same for
more.
Apple if you use the same Apple ID.
So no more. So no more. I don't have the issue that everybody else seems to have on Facebook, and that every time they get a new phone, they're saying, I lost your number. Give me your number."
But Ken, I also just reset my iPhone. I'm thinking about starting back using it, but I don't know yet. But I reset it, and everything come back. David, I didn't have nothing. So, but I have heard of people having trouble,
Okay, now the
The
movie is
only
only 8
especially
gigabyte in
with the big
size. So that's
carriers.
weird.
Seems like it's mostly people with like
Check.
Verizon and the big carriers having trouble.
Did you check settings? I think under privacy, location services.
I can do that real quick.
I think that's where it is. That needs to be
Hey.
on for the find my phone to work.
when I upgraded to when I upgraded my phone to Android 11, there for a little bit I had issues out of certain apps, but it was because the apps hadn't been upgraded 100% to support Windows, to support Android 11. But now that has changed, and all my apps function like they're supposed to.
Location services is on in privacy and security.
Okay.
I'm going to turn it off. Location services will be disabled for all apps, but your personalized location services setting for apps will be temporarily restored if you use Find My iPhone to enable lost mode. So I'll just leave it enabled. Location alerts, show map and location alerts. So that should have showed up over there. Let me see if there's anything down here.
Lost mode, by the way, is when you log into your iCloud on the computer and you click on lost mode, it will play a noise and
Yeah,
it
I
will
know.
put up a message on your phone.
I know. Tracking is turned off. Photos. Facebook photos. Google Photos. Maybe I should turn Google Photos off. Maybe that's the issue. That's a thought.
Well, a while back you were saying that you had your iCloud basically full, and you had your Google Drive basically full, because every time you took a picture, it would be syncing to Google and to iCloud.
Yeah, again, when I started out this morning, I had 990 some photographs on my iCloud, and right now there's 483. Believe me when I tell you, I have deleted a massive amount of photos today once I pulled them off and put them on the computer.
You check Google for the movie?
I took Google, I shut it off, but I don't know that would affect it, but you never know. I'm just checking some settings here. YouTube photos, I don't care about that. I turn it off. Zoom photos, turn that off. Safari apps with one-time photo selection. Really? All right, so that's good. Go back. I was looking at something over here. Let me go ahead and end the stream before I get too carried away with this. So I'm going to just give some shout out. Darren says hello. About 10 minutes ago. So I'm not going to go through the long list of names. Tony Wallow, great guy. BH Ringer, Long Dog. I don't think Speedy C was there. Mike Perriton was there. He apologized for not joining us on Zoom. Guess I could stop the stream here. Where's the doggone exit thing at? Winter Mute was there. Jeff Ryman was there. Great guy again. Photo Mix Media briefly stepped in, and some guy by the name of MIB Pro 3030 was second in, but apparently didn't stick around. I got some thoughts on that. So once this ends, we'll jump back on trying to figure out my dumb phone problems. Gary, you got any thoughts?
Nope. Yeah, actually, I was going to tell you I did on iPhone. Give me a second. Hold on.
Time's up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, I got an email from them because we don't use the cloud for pictures. We use it.
Oh, let me interrupt. It says it's syncing 3 items right now. So whatever I change, something's actually working. Okay, go
Probably
ahead.
your
You got
Google.
an email.
Yeah, no, probably your Google thing. I would bet. But they're trying to sell real hard on the upgrade for more storage.
Oh,
That might be a problem with you because you got a lot.
I know. But what in the past, whenever I get that message, I go in and I delete 100, 150 different things, take it off the cloud, and it's fine until today. Or until
Again,
yesterday.
notice how
actually.
hard they're trying. Well, it's like Jeff said about Netflix. They're really getting hard on that, having multiple addresses.